Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful moments to watch for the week of September 29 October 3 promise emotional turbulence for Hope as her heart and mind pull her in opposite directions. Between memories of her life with Liam and the promises she's made to Carter, Hope finds herself caught in the middle of a storm that could reshape her future. Hope, Annika Noel, wrestles with her feelings as her commitment to Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, clashes with lingering love for Liam, Scott Clifton. The weight of those conflicting emotions begins to take its toll. Even as she tries to move forward with Carter, the connection she once shared with Liam refuses to stay in the past. Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, senses her daughter's inner struggle and presses for the truth. Hope finally admits that thoughts of Liam have resurfaced. Brooke has watched this cycle before and knows how quickly buried emotions can unravel a carefully built future. Hope's confession underscores just how fragile her engagement to Carter may be. The week grows even more complicated when Hope flashes back to a rooftop moment with Liam. The memory strikes with such force that it shakes her resolve. The rooftop was a symbol of their connection, and revisiting it in her mind makes it clear that those feelings still linger, no matter how hard she tries to suppress them. Meanwhile, Carter remains full of excitement as he looks ahead to marrying Hope. His optimism and joy provide a sharp contrast to the turmoil Hope is experiencing. For Carter, the future looks bright and certain, while for Hope, the shadows of her past refuse to let go. Amid the turmoil, Hope decides to attend the father-daughter dance. It's a moment that grounds her, reminding her of the importance of family even as her personal life threatens to spin out of control. The decision highlights what's truly at stake as she navigates love, loyalty, and the pull of the past. Bold in the beautiful moments to watch Sept 29 Oct 3, Hope confronts her past with Liam. The week ahead in Los Angeles promises an unrelenting tide of emotions, secrets, and reckonings as Hope finds herself forced to look directly at the past she shares with Liam, a history woven with devotion, heartbreak, betrayal, and the kind of love that refuses to let go even when it seems impossible to carry forward. For years, their journey has defined much of the bold and the beautiful landscape, a relationship that has seen the heights of bliss and the depths of despair. And now, as the week unfolds, Hope must finally confront what it means to still carry Liam in her heart, while navigating the dangerous waters of her attraction to Thomas. The weight of her memories presses on her like a storm cloud that refuses to dissipate. She remembers every promise Liam made, every moment they swore their love was unbreakable, every time he held her hand as they faced challenges that threatened to rip them apart. She also remembers every betrayal, every time his bond with Steffi made her question whether she could ever truly hold his entire heart. Those old wounds are never far away, and this week they reopen as Hope is confronted with questions she can no longer ignore. What does Liam truly mean to her now? And can she continue to pretend that her lingering feelings are not shaping her every choice? The scenes between Hope and Liam promise to be laced with tenderness, tension, and an ache that will be palpable through the screen. Liam himself is struggling to maintain composure. He has always considered himself the steady hand, the man trying to balance two worlds, the father torn between two families, but his certainty has eroded. Hope's recent closeness to Thomas gnaws at him, and as much as he wants to trust her, he cannot quiet the alarm bells that ring in his head each time he sees them together. This week, Liam is confronted not just with Hope's divided heart, but with his own mistakes, the many times he allowed Steffi to remain a part of his soul, even when he promised Hope she was his one true love. Their conversation forces Liam to see himself through Hope's eyes, to reckon with the truth that his inability to let go of Steffi has created a fracture that may never fully heal. Hope lays bare the pain of being second choice, of always wondering whether Liam's love was hers entirely or shared in ways that left her vulnerable. The courage it takes for her to speak these words comes from years of silence, and when she finally unleashes them, the moment feels both heartbreaking and liberating. For Hope, confronting the past is not simply about accusing Liam. It is about understanding why she is now so drawn to Thomas. Why the danger of that? His reformation arc continues to divide fans, but his impact on Hope is undeniable. Every stolen glance, every creative collaboration at Forrester Creations builds on the undeniable chemistry they share. Hope's honesty with Liam this week does not erase Thomas from her heart. In fact, it may push her closer to him as she acknowledges what has been broken in her marriage. Yet Hope also remembers the foundation of trust, family, and loyalty that once made her and Liam unstoppable. That duality leaves her spinning, torn between holding onto a love that has defined her adulthood and reaching for a passion that promises danger but also possibility. Steffi, never far from the center of Liam's emotional life, finds herself drawn into the ripple effects of this confrontation as well. Her loyalty to Finn is clear, but the unspoken tether she shares with Liam resurfaces as she becomes the silent witness to his struggles. Steffi's storyline this week adds fuel to the fire, reminding everyone that her bond with Liam is as much a part of this love triangle as the present-day dynamic between Hope and Thomas. Brooke and Ridge also feel the aftershocks as they observe their daughter being pulled into another storm. Brooke, ever protective, urges Hope to remember the pain Thomas has caused in the past and to hold onto Liam as the safe and stable choice. Yet Ridge counters with his own perspective, recognizing that Thomas has shown progress and may truly be a changed man. Their parental disagreements echo their own decades-long push and pull, adding another layer of tension to the week's events. At the heart of it all is the question of whether Hope can truly confront her past without allowing it to dictate her future. Her moments with Liam this week are not simply about rehashing old pain, but about carving out clarity for herself. She must determine whether her marriage can be salvaged, whether forgiveness can triumph over betrayal, and whether her future lies in rekindling what once was or in embracing something entirely new. Liam's devastation is evident as he realizes that the woman he has always assumed would be waiting for him is now questioning everything. The possibility that Hope may not choose him this time sends him spiraling into doubt and fear. His emotional vulnerability contrasts sharply with his usual attempts to remain calm and in control. And this vulnerability may be what ultimately breaks through to Hope, reminding her of the man she once fell in love with so deeply. Yet will that reminder be enough? The week's episodes will paint a picture of love under siege, of two people who have fought for years to make their union work, and who now stand on the precipice of either reconciliation or final separation. Each line of dialogue, each emotional beat, each lingering look between Hope and Liam carries the weight of years of history, and fans will feel every ounce of it. In parallel storylines, the Forrester family continues to navigate power struggles at the company. Eric's health remains a tender subplot with Donna, offering unwavering support, and Carter finds himself caught in the crossfire of loyalty and ambition. These threads provide balance to the central Hope and Liam drama, underscoring that in the world of the bold and the beautiful, personal and professional lives are always entwined, each decision reverberating across family lines and business empires. By the end of the week, Hope's confrontation with Liam leaves both of them changed. Whether they find renewed strength or acknowledge that their paths are diverging forever, the emotional fallout will be felt across Los Angeles. Fans can expect unforgettable scenes filled with vulnerability, raw confessions, and the kind of heartbreak that defines daytime drama at its best. Sep 29 through Oct 3 promises to be a week that not only revisits the past, but sets the stage for a future filled with uncertainty, passion, and the eternal question of whether love can truly conquer all. Hope confronts her past with Liam, and nothing will ever be the same again.